I see myself.
I discovered this on 5 years ago.
Very many different degrees. But whether you say that the inert is merely less alive, or whether you say that the alive is merely maximum complexity, all depends on whether you want to say yes to the word or no to the word. So it is, as it were, a yes that makes everything in no sense makes everything process. Your ego is so inexplicably
No, not him. In my realm of Twilight, in my age range, we love them. All of us
love the cat. You can understand when you see that what you are is there are a number
and accepts the soul-in that lies just under
being conscious of what goes on.
So you know, it's like, are you and then some will be.
Let me say each one of us is a
Please keep your belongings with you at all times.
the experience, in other words, doesn't mean really an experience
something nearly at an end.
and then we have a thought about it, or have a think all I'm introducing you feel a feeling, or is feeling a feeling. Easier, isn't it, to say feeling?
You know, it's a game of arts, right?
Was it fate healing?
It was, as they'd say,
I'm running a magic carpet.
When the final thing is
See it there.
I dislike.
But now,
I know them all by heart. Can you tell me a little bit about how you got started doing it?
What you are aware of
It's very hard to be a poet
in terms of external sensory internal feeling,
Then I found
A ticket check is about to commence. Please have your tickets or passes ready for inspection.
He tries to show that behind the stream of thoughts there is
what you see there is the
He says you create the thinker, you create the thought of a thinker behind the thought in a moment of insecurity. When you want to withdraw,
so then you think,
but actually
that's an interesting thing.
there is simply a stream
Like to have a poet
of what you can call luminous experience.
metaphysics.
And you can translate, take away the word luminous and put the word conscious in its place.
Give oneself to flowing love.
So see it again. Your head, your nose, your eyes,
Trial of explosion.
not as something that
self.
counters the
Layers of covering, reflection.
You all are the
Find
rather your
anguish of desire moves
are
blind feet
outside of the body.
for something lost. If feet are
It
bruised,
feels all around
innocence
like many sensitive hair,
how else
like a seer.
life
One of us.
Please stand clear of the closing doors.
I think it's very fascinating to discover what this idea itself, or what is intended when
No
it's said.
standing on the upper deck or stairs, please.
It's pretty obvious that when we talk
Please
about
move down inside the bus.
we're not using quite the volume sense as the attribute side. We're not saying now that we expect this natural universe to be a collection of words signifying something other than it isn't a point of view which would
Sorry.
influence
Nice to meet you.
Is that Harriet writing?
Yes.
so often when we listen to
You told me.
our best account of
Thanks.
The destination of this bus has changed.
felt to be something
Please listen for further
not
announcements.
because it means something other than itself, because it is so
I mean, you can take that anywhere you like. I mean, because like, you know, music is part of the job.
We use them as gods.
Food is made with love. Music
So often, in those moments when our impetuous seeking fulfillment,
yeah, that kind of makes you.
we give ourselves a little space, as if they were worth it. And in those moments when our inner tower, we find solutions inaccessible.
Yeah. So when you say then the goal is to kind of make us less fussy. We like celebrate. Very hard. How do you find that you try to like that does sound nice. So you think that the key is an attitude? Yeah, well, we can say the key is then to change your mind, guys. We gotta get great.
I think what also great.
How would you define success?
Success is having peace of mind. Because you've only got to read all lots of life stories. They've always miserable. Elvis Presley, they all go through a real bit. Johnny Depp is pissed off, he's pissed now and everything. Brad Pitt's not happy, just because he shouts. There you go. So it doesn't matter, you know, whether money or fame. It's not what makes you peace of mind.
Being British, Irish people, Belgian people, going home, order nothing to take away, or sit on a Swedish sofa in front of Japanese television, which American shows, while being suspicious of it.
I remember being in Himalayas. I remember waking up early one morning. The sounds of the jungle slowly awakening. Everything coming back to life. Like the ways this happened. Well, yeah. But you know, the noises of the city was another thing. Yeah. So I'm happy to be waking up. Yeah.
In Botswana, the local Jews make them part of majestic ceremonies to secure things they value. Here, HSBC's mortgage program takes the great range of companies for up to 5 years.
I know what
I'm sure there's a lot of things out there. Maximum charges are 50% and notified 75%. Annual payment charges apply for security protection.
Whether you drop a pound, whether you just stop and say hello and maybe take 5 fares or make a special effort to go out and give 10 minutes to your life.
Sign up now.
The situation is much more serious than you think. I'm afraid the situation is much more serious than you think it is already. For most of you, unfortunately, there is no hope. Especially you. No hope. Just give up now, ladies and gentlemen. The situation is much worse than you think it is. Just give up. There is no hope.
This is our
for the majority.
You have some deep turning no camera. Sorry. towards such things as peeling paint on a
You let go of
floor,
everything.
or
Because
seeing
that's all there
garden
is.
sands and stones,
Memories and illusions, it's all gone.
dirt roads,
So everything you know
and
about
showing us there, if we
makes
should
an
have
impression
done
on you is no longer there. That's the meaning of life. There is
we
only
can't
the
say
eternal.
significant of what's
There is only
that
the
its purpose
never
is
will be a
perhaps significance then is the quality of the state of mind.
Even what you're remembering,
In
what's
still we
happening,
know we want to use
the
about
memory is the
that we're overlooking significant nonsense. Yes, nonsense.
So it's all
Why our
really
constant
absolutely here.
quest for it later.
But on the other hand,
Gathering
it's fun.
bold, it was time
Drag it
ago,
out.
the great aesthetician.
To make it excellent
or
and to get involved.
characteristic of art, especially.
fall in
Fascinating
love.
as
To become
getting
attached.
success in painting was
When
the
you
kind
push
of art.
yourself,
Again, a very, it is a
this
vague and
art is
imprecise
the realization that there is
that
nothing
we
except
get
the
the
eternal.
but it certainly is
See, for all
not only of those
that your disappearance
is an act of faith and an act of gamble.
deep
The
spiritual
moment you take a step, you do so on an act of faith because you don't really know that the floor is not going to give up. The moment you take a journey,
Well,
just
just
say,
much.
the moment you enter into any kind of human
seems to
undertaking,
be the way.
what an
Seems
act.
to be what is going
You've
on.
given yourself up. But this is the most powerful
These are
thing
just three sides.
surrender. See, and love is an act of surrender to
Is
another
total
person.
way.
Total.
You can't have half a way.
And it's
Nobody
in
ever
doing
saw
Do
a way.
anything you like. So
Life was better
that's
without
quite mad
phones.
because you see, it's
So
letting
you
things
can't
get out
have
of
half.
hand.
even though this doesn't
All
point
sensible
to
people
anything
keep things
else.
Was born, but doesn't die.
Actually, therefore, the course
That would be only half.
what is really sensible is to let go, is to commit oneself, give
Does one
oneself
live
up,
to
and that's
live
quite
or not to
mad.
live?
That's why I said that death should be an occasion for a great celebration.
Why do we love Lewis
That people should say happy death
with his
and always
brilliance?
surround death with joyous rites, because this is the opportunity for the greatest of all experiences.
Why
You
is
finally
it
let go because you know there's nothing else to
always
do.
holding his
From the first standpoint, the worst is going to happen. You're all going to die.
Why is it
That's the most important thing to consider now,
pep with jazz?
because it enables you. It is the mercy.
Let's go, booty, 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 and so on.
Because it's going to enable you
One can only hope.
and not defend yourself.
It is this participation
Waste all energy.
Group photo.
in the essential,
Phone save wide.
glorious nonsense that is at the heart of the world.